Thank you, Michael. And before moving along, I saw the microphone of the councilwoman from Dallas. Before I leave this role as chair, how do you pronounce your first name?
Me?
Yeah.
Kara.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So my questions are about the high-speed rail. For everybody who's here before me, I passed out a write-up that's just sort of a consolidation of comments made as we discussed the blue-sheeted resolution. The resolution passed unanimously at the council, and if you don't watch a lot of Dallas City Council meetings, I'll just say not many things pass unanimously. So this one did. There's two questions I have for you, Michael. First, at last month's meeting, when you announced that you were going to have a July event, I asked that that could be moved because Dallas City Council doesn't, we take a recess in July. Is it possible, I think you confirmed last month that you would hold it at a different date.
Yeah, I was thinking the best path forward would be to move it at a different date. I know Tony's asking for 3 or 4 of you to respond to her with regard to your availability. Since the city of Dallas took action, and I'm getting 26 questions on what the implication of that action is, I think we have to move forward with the workshop, because I can't hold the workshop in August. I didn't know you were taking action until someone called me, I think Saturday, that you were taking action. I had no advance notice of that. But if you didn't take action, I think waiting till September wouldn't have hurt anything. But since you took action and there's potential implications to what it is we're doing, I believe, since I work for the Regional Transportation Council, I owe them to get to them to tell them what the implication or not is to your action. And the only way I know to do that is through the workshop.
Okay, you've publicly stated that you feel this has no action for you. And I was just going to say, having an event to talk about this when you know that there's a very significant Dallas problem, and it will be very difficult, if not possible, to have the people who should be in the room from Dallas, I think that that might be some kind of retribution. And I'm very concerned about that. And I'm requesting on behalf of my colleagues that you not have it in July. So that's first off, which is the same thing I requested last month. I didn't know this was coming forward. This came out of the Economic Development Committee. I don't sit on that committee. So I actually am not behind this, didn't write it, but was glad to see it, as were my colleagues. The second item, so again, I encourage you to pick a different date that's not in July, and I think August is perfectly fine, and I don't see where there's any difference in that.
I can't do it in August because we're already committed to the Irving Summit, so August is not available.
Well, we're available as many times as you need to meet, but not in July. And then the second is Dallas has been eagerly awaiting a variety of routes that could come into Dallas that we haven't seen. And so I'm wondering if you can provide a date certain for us on when we can see what the various options are that are going to be explored through the FEIS.
The July workshop.
Mm-hmm. Well,
They're ready anytime I can
but
get
then
you.
why can't you share them with us?
I'm more than happy to share them with you. I can't share them in a 15-minute RTC item. It'll take an hour and a half to walk through. We're answering every question your council has asked. I was there for 6 hours. I'm answering every other question anyone else has asked me. I'm answering all the questions that people are asking me, what is the implication of the Dallas action? I can't do that in a 15-minute RTC
Okay.
item.
Well, the Dallas members aren't asking for an hour and a half walkthrough of the maps. We'd like to see the maps of the various alternatives. And if possible, if you're saying they're all ready, please email them to us, number one. And number two, we're asking you to not have this meeting in July. And honestly, if Dallas is the holdup, I think you should respect that. And so that is our request. That is what I'm asking of you. And I mean, we've been talking about this since December, that you have a Dallas problem, because we do not want an elevated train coming through our downtown. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I think our plan forward is not to have an elevated train through your downtown. I'm moving forward since March 6th without a train through your downtown. So
Great.
I think your action, we're more than happy to comply and simply move forward.
Well, again, if we could please move that date from July to another month, and if you could please share those maps of the alternatives that are being submitted for the FEIS, that would be great. Thank you.
I'll just share something with you, and it's in my remarks to come after you read the resolution. I am comfortable and ready to meet in July. My council as well takes off the entire month of July, and we will get the information to you either during or immediately following. We may not have full participation, but we're ready to move forward. And I think the county judge has something to say as well. Clay.
Respectfully, Chair, I'm